Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, we're going to discuss about assembly language basic syntax. So today's topic, we're going to cover the basic syntax of assembly language. So assembly language can be divided into three sections. Here you can see the assembly language can be divided into three sections. In our previous video, we have discussed about assembly language. আমরা already assembly language discuss করেছি আমাদের previous ভিডিওতে। আমরা জানি that computer can only know binary codes. Okay, computer knows only zeros and ones. We already know that computer knows only zeros and ones. This is called machine language. Okay, this is called machine language. Then if I want to add 5 plus 2, if I want to add 5 plus 2 in binary, that I needs all zeros and ones, zeros and ones. In this case, suppose there is a mistake. I have written instead of 0 1, and instead of 1 I have written 0. That means there is a complexity. Okay, there is a complexity or error. Okay, this mistake is very difficult to find in binary. So to overcome such problems, এই প্রবলেমটাকে ওভারকাম করার জন্য develops different mnemonics. Okay, different mnemonics like add, sub, and so on. So these mnemonics are used instead of long binary digits. Okay, these mnemonics are used instead of long binary digits. This collection of mnemonics is called assembly language. Okay, this collection of mnemonics are called assembly language. We have already discussed. So there is no need of zeros and ones. We are just writing like if I want to add two numbers, add. Suppose here is a B register, comma C register. Here I am adding content of C and content of B. Okay. Suppose here content of C is nothing but 5 and content of C is nothing but 2. So it will be added accordingly. Okay. So this is done by using this mnemonic. So it is called assembly language. Okay. This is called assembly language. So here assembler is used to convert this assembly code into binary. Okay, here we are using assembler which is going to convert this assembly code or assembly instruction into zeros and ones, which is machine language. So now we are talking about the different syntax. So here we can see an assembly program can be divided into three sections. One is data section, another one is DSS section, another one is text section. Okay, so in this data section, the data section is used for declaring or initializing data or constant. Okay, constant means throughout the program a value will not be changed. Okay, if there is a constant, it means the value of the constant throughout the program will not change. Okay, so data does not change at runtime, and it 5 not going to be changed. I have initialized a variable b. Okay, and assigning 5 as a data. This 5 I assign to b. So throughout the program, the value of 5 will not change. Okay, after addition, it may be changed, but the value of 5 will not be changed at runtime. Okay, we can declare various constant value, file names, or buffer size, etc. in this section. The syntax for this data section is section dot data. Next. Next is BSS section. Okay, the BSS section is used for declaring variables only. Okay, this section is used for only declaring variables. Later we'll discuss. Okay, in our simple programs. The syntax for declaring BAS section is section dot DSS. Next is the text section. In this text section is used for keeping the actual code. Okay, here we are keeping the actual code. এখানে আমরা আমাদের যে মেইন কোডটা স্টার্ট হয় এই টেক্সট সেকশন থেকেই শুরু হয়. This section must begin with the declaration called global start. which tells the kernel where the program execution begins. Okay, here the execution of the program begins. Previously, we have seen that data section, the value is used in data section will not be changed at runtime. Only it will changed in the text section. Everything what we have written in text section, the kernel will start the execution from this text section. Okay, text section. Okay, here is the syntax for this text section. Section dot text global start. Here we are starting the our main instruction. Okay, our program. From here we are starting our main program. Now the comments. Assembler language comments begin with a semicolon. Okay, in assembly language, comments begins with a semicolon. It may contain any printable characters, including blank, or it can appear on a line by line itself, like this. Here, add R1, R2. This is the comment. After this semicolon, what we have written is comments. Actually, comments are used by the programmer. Okay, programmer to explain operation in its own words for future understanding. That means এই কমেন্টসটা লিখলে প্রোগ্রামারের সুবিধা হয়। অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইনস্ট্রাকশনটা কি কারণে ইউজ করছে এটা আমরা লিখতে পারি আফটার দিস সেমিকোলন। দিস থিং ইজ কল্ড কমেন্টস। অ্যাড R2 to R1. Okay, here we are adding R2 to R1. Okay, the, the content inside in R2 we are adding into the R1. Next, syntax of assembly language statements. These are the syntax of assembly language statement. So assembly language statement are entered one statement per line. Okay, one statement per line. Each statement follows the following format. After we'll discuss what are the statement used in assembly language. Okay, the syntax of each statement begins with level, mnemonic, operands, and comments. Okay, the first field what we have seen, which is nothing but what level. The first field is level is optional. Okay, this level is optional. It's just a symbolic name of any memory location. It is the name of any memory location. Okay, example we can say L1 comma L2. It is just a symbolic name of a memory location. Okay, next is mnemonics. So mnemonics are the operation name that needs to be performed like operation name that needs to be performed like add or sub. We already discussed about mnemonics. This collection of mnemonics are known as assembly language. Okay, this collection of mnemonics are known as assembly language. Just like add, sub, multiply, and divide. Okay, mnemonics. What operation we are going to perform? It defines using this mnemonics. Understood? Next is operands. Operands are the data. Operands are the data on which we are going to perform operations. Okay, operands are nothing but the data. যার মধ্যে different value store করা থাকে। For example, if I say add B, comma C. Here I am adding content of C and content of B. Okay, here I am adding content of C and content of B inside this location. Okay, this B location. Just like L1 add R1 R2. So here L1 is level, here is the add is the mnemonic, and R1 and R2 are the operands. Understood? Just like the field in the square bracket are optional. This level is the optional. A basic instruction has two part. The basic instruction has two part. The first one is the name of the instruction, nothing but mnemonic. Okay, which is to be executed. This one is to be executed. Okay, and the second are the operands or the parameter of the command. This is the operands. Okay, where data will be stored. Next, here is the few examples like move B comma C. We are moving the content of B register into the content of A register. Sorry, here will be content of, we are moving content of C register. Here we are moving content of C register into the content of B register. Okay, we are moving the content of C register into the content of B register in this instruction. Here add AH comma BH. Add the content of BH register. Okay, BH register into the content of AH register. Here the content of BH register going to be added into the content of AH register. Then here is the AND operation. AND operation, we already know what is AND operation. Perform AND operation. This is the AND operation. Okay, the perform AND operation, AND, capital AND, perform AND operations on the variable mask 1 and 128. Okay, thank you for watching.